started from AOA Podcast Wednesday episode. What a day. What a day in Merca. This Minnesota tragedy obviously is top everybody's news stories. It's what everybody's talking about. It's what we will lead off the show discussing. We'll show the video in case you haven't seen it yet, and we'll go over all the ins and outs in this obviously tragic situation. Nick Reiner's lawyer quits on him in court today. Meghan Markle's back in the news. We got a tragedy, but we also have a second tragedy in Meghan Markle. So that and Ali Wong and Bill Hader split. I didn't even know they were dating for like 2 years. Nobody consulted me on it. I don't know why that continues to happen. I wish people would consult me more on their relationships, but hey, what are you going to do? This is where we're at. All right, thanks everybody for coming in and joining us on this Wednesday. Boy, it is all over Twitter. It's all over national news, just about everywhere. This absolute tragic situation that happened earlier today in Minnesota. ICE was in this community. They encountered some resistance from protesters. An ICE agent opened fire on a vehicle and killed a young woman who has just been identified. And she was 37 years old. And as we do now in this country, everybody starts arguing about it from a political standpoint, you know, and I feel like we just are consistently missing the point in life that not everything is right versus left. I feel like not every with those sorts of not everything has to be viewed through the lens of politics, but hey, I continue to be the minority in that sort of thinking process. But let me get the video up on the screen for everybody so that we can take a look at this, and then we can really see what exactly went down. Again, this is Minnesota. A woman was fatally shot by an ICE agent during a law enforcement encounter. Obviously, the huge outrage. Authorities later identified the woman and released additional details about the incident. According to officials, the woman had allegedly been stalking ICE agents, following and impeding law enforcement vehicles, using her car aggressively in a way that posed threat to other officers. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the agent fired after the situation escalated rapidly and officers feared for their safety. Reports say the woman's vehicle was used to block or ram law enforcement cars prior to the shooting. The incident immediately became a political rage. And a federal investigation is ongoing. And I know a lot of people are quite upset about it, which is totally valid and fine. It's obviously a tragedy. People should be upset about it. But we'll take a closer look at it. The young lady's name was Renee Nicole Good. She was publicly identified by her poor mother just a few hours after the incident happened in Minneapolis. The Star Tribune was the first one to report that. Her mother, Donna Ganger, told the Star Tribune Renee was one of the kindest people I've ever known. I mean, it's her mother. What else is she going to say? All right, let's take a look at the video. Obviously, she's in the Honda Pilot here. And the other part of this before I play this is this is what happens with these like situations. Like, we're judging an entire and Mercury, I don't want to make you mad. I'm not here to upset anybody, but we're judging an entire incident based on a 4.5 minute video and really like a 30-second clip of it. And we don't know what happened beforehand, and that's always what happens with these things. Whenever there's like a huge national incident, it's always just this like little snippet of what happened. And then we go on to learn what really happened. So, again, according to reports and what authorities are saying, if she was following ICE agents, if she was impeding law enforcement vehicles, look, I know it's a heated time in our country, but and I know people disagree with the president, and I know people are upset with ICE agents, and I know, like, you got to be as peaceful as possible. And I'm not like victim blaming here. I've seen a lot of people in my own community. They're out, they're filming, they're showing videos, they're putting it on social media. Totally fine, totally valid. There's warnings out there, understandable, totally okay. When they start doxing agents, I get a little uncomfortable with that. When you start to get physical or in the way, it's not to say that you deserve what you get, but that's when bad things happen. That's what bad things happen. I look at this like, if this were my family, like if it was a family member of mine or a friend, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to go down there," and I would be like, "Don't do that. Don't go there. Nothing bad can happen to you if you don't go there." And I feel like, you tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, because I believe in standing up for what you believe in. I have no problem with protesting. I feel like the country was born out of protesting. But on the other hand, when you're dealing with any sort of police agency, federal officers, armed, law enforcement, things can escalate quickly and get out of hand quickly. I've said this a million times before. When you get pulled over, you turn your car off, you put your windows down, you put the lights on, you keep your hands on the steering wheel. Like, you do certain things. You want to make sure everybody gets home okay. Are there bad police officers who overreact sometimes? Absolutely. Are there people who go way too far with those people and bring this stuff on them? Absolutely. Is it a lot of times a little of column A, a little of column B? Yes. It's a lot of times. A lot of times. Could this woman's life have been saved? Yeah, probably. Probably. Do you want to say that this officer shot a little too soon? Okay. Do you want to say that she drove the car, started turning, and almost clipped the officer? Okay. Because when I look at this, and I'm going to show you guys a second angle, you're going to look at it and go, this is a tragedy. This could have easily been avoided. All right. So here's the situation. Let's back it up a little bit. You can see the victim is in the Honda. Who that other car is that took off. Then there's a Titan pickup truck out of the car wearing masks. They have a weapon. One person goes up to the car and tries to open the door because, again, this is what, this is the impeding part. There's a few cars in the way here. And this first agent tries to open the door. Now, the two agents that you're seeing on the screen, they're not the ones who shoot. It's another agent coming from another car. So let's just play this out and let you guys. Shit! It's that agent who you can see kind of in the distance, and he opens fire pretty quickly.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck
did you do? And then you can see like what ensues from there. It's tragic. It's tragic. It's tragic. And I understand people are upset. And Paul, I could see that you're clearly upset. And this isn't spit, but watch. I'll put the second angle on the screen for everybody. It's like I have two close-up angles that I can show everybody. Let me get this up on the screen for you guys so you can see. Here's the second angle. This comes from Twitter. Let's see here. Usurp the chef. Thank you for the clip. As you can see here, all right, it's a little, I guess this one usually came from Fox 5. Then it's just a zoomed in version. But you can kind of see, let me open it up a little more for everybody. You can kind of see the agent. He gets brushed aside from the car right before he opens fire. And I got another clearer angle for you guys from the same video that we just saw, slowed down a little bit more and zoomed in a little bit. And you know, whenever you have to get into slow-mo for these things, you know, life happens way faster. You know, so whenever you get into slow-mo, it gives you a little insight onto what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, you know, life moves quickly. So you can see here, she backs up for a second, and then she starts to pull forward, and you can see the other ICE agent in the background. And right there, as the car is already moving forward towards him, and that's when he pulls his weapon. He doesn't pull his weapon until before then. So let's watch this angle here. You can see it starts to move forward. Then he pulls his weapon, and then he opens fire and then she sort of starts to turn after that. But the car grazes the officer who opens fire on her. Watch. This is a tragedy. This is a tragedy. You know, if you're upset that the officer opened fire too soon, yeah, sure. You know, okay. But what would you do in that situation? You know, if that's me, I don't know if I would have pulled. I don't know if I would have pulled a gun, but I don't. It's weird to see. You know, it's weird to see. And Christella says she was not trying to hit the officer. I'd like to believe. I'd hope so. I hope she wasn't trying to hurt him, but she's accelerating the car. You know, I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, what would you do in that situation? We all would like to say we wouldn't do what this officer did, but would you? You know, you know, that's why it gets heated, and it gets heated quickly. And it's like, I hate talking about these things because everybody feels a certain way about the current administration and what's going on. More than half the country is upset about ICE and what's happening. Like we've said before, everybody was on board to get rid of the criminals and the bad people. And then when, you know, hardworking people who came here illegally but have been working here for 20, 25 years, when those people started to get, you know, pulled into vans and things like that, everybody started to get really upset. And that's understandable. You know, it's understandable. But, you know, I'm not advocating, I'm not saying that, you know, this officer did nothing wrong. An investigation will happen. You know, you'd hope you don't have to pull out a weapon and do that. But did the guy just panic? You know, did the guy just panic? Did he not know what to do? This is the only podcast on the planet where the co-hosts are not on, are in the comments and not in the show. It's the only podcast. It's the only podcast on the planet, which I absolutely love. The guy panicked. You know, we always put an onus on our law enforcement agents, whether it's police officers, FBI, ICE agents, to expect them to be better people. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. They should be better people. But every now and then, somebody does something wrong, either because they're a good person who panics or they're a piece of shit, you know, and we've seen our fair share of pieces of shit in the past. And I think we've seen a lot of good people who just panic, who get worried, who fear for their lives, you know? And it's easy to sit here and be like, you know, no need for a gun. There's no, you know, shouldn't have been this, shouldn't have been that. But you can say the same thing for the young lady in the car and the same thing for the ICE agent. And if I put every single one of us in this exact situation, you can't sit here today and tell me that you would be doing something differently. You know, obviously, this didn't start like this. There were moments that led up to this. So tensions were high. People's nerves are high. And then you go in and you have multiple people and you have a vehicle moving and it's like, what do you do? What do you do? That's why it's a tragedy. You know, it's an absolute tragedy. It's like, what else? What else are we supposed to be doing? Hang on, people. I'm having a little bit of a malfunction here. Trying to get this to work for everybody. Okay. And again, according to the, just going off of the reports that we have for the day, that not only this young lady, but others were out there trying to block vehicles and, impede what they were trying to do, which I understand the frustration. But when you insert yourself into a situation, you're escalating the situation, and then bad things can happen. Bad things can happen. I don't know, this ICE, regular police, FBI, protesters, all this stuff, we see it time and time again, from people getting pepper sprayed to people getting hit with clubs to people, whatever the situation is. It's it becomes, hold on, here we got the big Frankie C in the house. Let's get the big man. Let's get the big dog. There he is.
I'll move this out of there.
We lost the S on coats, and you're still trying to hide it.
Trying to hide it. It doesn't look right without if the missing S is showing.
No, I love it. It becomes part of the lore of the show. We're gonna fix all the shirts so that it just says coat. It has a broken S.
Yeah.
How you doing, big dog?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I've had better days. I'm doing better than the people in Minnesota, though.
Yeah, this was effed up. This was fucking terrible. I saw the footage, and it's ridiculous. I mean, the woman was trying to drive away, and she got shot. They were trying to pull her out of her car. She drives away, and she gets killed. And what the fuck is that? I mean,
yeah, but there was an officer there. You saw the officer standing there, right?
Okay, but she didn't hit the officer.
She did.
No, she didn't. Run the clip again.
Okay, we'll go back. We'll show it again. I just showed two angles where the car hits him.
You said grazed him.
Okay, grazed. It doesn't hit him, but the car makes contact with him as she's turning out.
She was obviously, it was facing him, and she went that way. She went to the right. The president goes online and says, "Oh, he's in the hospital. I'm surprised he survived."
Okay, but see, this is the problem.
Fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
But this is the problem. But what does he have to do with this? I mean, outside of setting the policy, what does he have to do with this?
What do you mean? He commented on it.
Right, but he wasn't there.
Okay.
But everybody gets upset. Everybody gets more upset because then he gets in on it.
At this and I'm upset at the president's response.
Well, that's fine. I'm not saying everybody's going to
be upset at both.
I'm not saying everybody's going to get along with his response. All right, can you see the thing? Do you want me to make it bigger?
Do whatever you got to do. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So
play it in real time.
Well, this is the slow-mo version that I have up. You can see, he's in front. There he is. She starts to go.
He's off all the way off to the right already, or to the left, and not going to get hit. And he fires after the car passes him into the window.
That's true.
Open window.
But I think in this moment right here,
no other cop has their gun out. He pulls his gun as she's backing out, as she's in reverse. He pulled his gun.
But again, I think he panics. Like,
yeah, because he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's.
But you wouldn't you would hold it together.
Panic, but I'm not a trained officer.
But if you were,
I don't know what I would do if I'm a trained officer. I probably would jump out of the way of the car first. I wouldn't pull my gun if she wasn't a threat to my life and to someone else's life. I wouldn't pull the gun.
All right, everybody's getting mad at me now but you could. Okay, here,
He didn't get hit. And the president's saying, "Oh, he's in the hospital recovering." Poor guy. There's footage of him afterwards standing there.
No, he didn't get hit. That he went to the hospital after this.
According to the president.
Okay, here, watch this. You can see in this clip he gets hit by the car.
That's justification for instant death, huh? We're just pulling a gun and shooting into the window then.
He's in front of the car.
He's off by the headlight. He takes a step to the right and he's clear.
Agree. He is not. Listen, could it have been avoided? Yes. But what I'm saying is it's all Monday morning quarterbacking.
No, it isn't. It's looking at the footage.
Dude, if you had a rock in your hand and you were in that exact situation, you might have thrown the rock in the windshield just out of sheer panic.
What? Yeah, but the rock wouldn't have killed you probably.
No, it wouldn't have. But I'm saying we're all going to judge this guy because he fucking panicked. He panicked.
You're supposed to be a trained officer. You're not supposed to.
I know, but
something like this.
That's what I just said. But not everybody does it well. There's got to be some.
Wear the uniform.
But there has to be some onus and responsibility on. You can't rev up a vehicle and pull away from people when they're trying to de-escalate a situation. They're there to do a job.
He fired the gun.
Well, hold on.
After he was clear of the car.
Hold on. You're right about that. I understand that. But you're there to do a job. People are impeding. They have to then stop what they're doing.
They sure do.
To stop that person from possibly harming, who knows what can happen. So that's what they were trying to do by getting her out of the car. She then takes off. Like, some of that responsibility then shifts onto that person. It's impossible not to. If she would have just stopped the car and got out, she would be alive.
Her for getting shot.
I'm not blaming her, but if she stops the car and gets out, do you think they would have opened fire on her?
I don't know. This guy's pretty trigger happy. What if she reached for a phone real fast? You don't know. Well, how's he supposed to know?
Okay, let me rephrase. If she does, Your Honor, if she doesn't give them any cause to go for their weapons, she would probably just be in jail right now. And I'm not. And hang on.
For your weapon.
And let me say this too. I think she panics because this is not something she's used to, a situation she's used to being in. And she probably just floored it to try and get out of there. But that's the point. When you're in these situations, you have to always try to be de-escalating, not escalating. And when you're in there, just getting in people's way, not listening, just going, revving engines.
Right? What? Is Christella right here? I don't know. I didn't hear it.
One cop told her to go. One cop told her to go. The other told her to get out of the car. Then the third cop came up and shot her.
So did a cop tell her to go?
Let me see. Let's go back. Let's go back to the original footage.
And he was well clear of that car that he was not going to get hit. And if he got hit, it was a graze. Not enough to end someone's life.
He got grazed. I agree. He got grazed. But again, like, If you had a rock in your hand, you would probably throw the rock at the car.
Many things wrong with that example.
He
A rock
panics.
is not a lethal weapon in a lot of cases. It could be, but it's not usually.
He panics. You
shouldn't have the right to have a gun in your hand if you panic that easily.
But how do you know that? There's no way to test and know that.
He was clear of the car. He wasn't like in the middle. His back wasn't turned. He was looking at the car. He takes half a step to the right and he's clear of the car.
I know, but it happens very quickly. It happens.
So does stepping to the right. He could have stepped to the right and been fine.
Yes. And I'm not saying that he could have not fired the gun. Obviously that would have been better.
Yeah.
But he panics, and you're acting like everybody who has a gun in law enforcement is perfect. They're not always perfect. This guy had a not perfect day.
Yeah, it's sure as hell isn't. And the problem is that what also pisses me off about this is, one, they're ICE agents that they're supposed to be, they have their masks on. They have, I don't know who the hell's training them, but they have a huge budget. And this is the kind of training they get, number one. And they have, I don't know how many agents there to pull over a mom and her kids. That's number one. Number two, you have the fucking leader of the military, the president of the United States, coming on saying it's the left's fault. Going, oh, this cop is lucky to be alive. It's the left, and it's the left lunatic's fault. This is what he's on his social media saying. That's the kind of shit that pisses me off.
But they're wearing situation. Understandable, but they're wearing masks because people on the left are doxing these officers.
But masks are illegal for you. Why can't people out? Civilians wear masks. Those have been outlawed. We can't wear masks in public places anymore because the whole COVID thing. But these guys can.
Because they're there to do a job, and then they're being outed and being, their lives are being put in danger. That's not right.
Well, take it. No, I'm sorry. If you're
take
a cop,
it. What do you mean take it?
I didn't say take it.
Oh, I thought you said take it though.
No, I meant I started to say take your mask off, and I stopped.
Oh.
If you're in law enforcement and you're doing the right thing, then you should not have to wear a mask.
It's hard to be in law enforcement and do the right thing today. It's really, really hard.
How? What are you talking about?
Because look at how high, just tensions are crazy high. These guys, do you think these guys,
there were a lot of other officers there who didn't do that. Who didn't even reach for their gun.
I understand that. But you're acting like you get up every day and you're perfect at your job and you never make a mistake.
My job is in life and death.
That's the problem. These people, when they are not perfect, sometimes people die. But that happens. And then it's also like, again, I'll go back to my first example. If your brother told you, hey, Frank, I hear there's an ICE raid. I'm going to go down there and try and drive my car in between the people they're trying to get and the ICE officers. Would you be like, all right, good.
I wouldn't try to.
You tell them not to go.
Yeah, I would say no. Why would no?
Because of this, because you don't want anything bad to happen to him, because you
this
know
is not bad. The woman's trying to drive away, and
no. There are reports, multiple people saying that these people, not just her, but others, were driving their cars in front of ICE agent cars, and they were trying to block them, and they were also following the ICE agents. They were harassing the agents as they were trying to do their job, which we all understand is an upsetting thing for a lot of people. But when you're inserting yourself into an already delicate situation, that's when bad things can happen to you.
It's not her fault she got shot. I'm sorry. If she got out of the car and reached for a weapon or started shooting or whatever, then maybe there's justification for pulling your weapon. But that is not. I can't see any reason. Granted, I'm not a cop, but I've been in front of a car when it pulls away like that. I've not thought, oh, I got to take this driver out.
I understand that. And the third shot, not good. But I think that's
shot?
Yeah, because he fires two in front. You said the third one, she's already kind of almost past him already.
The first shot was in the window. When does he fire the first shot?
The first shot's head on through like the windshield. The third shot is like in the driver's side window.
He shot 3 times at this woman.
Yeah, which is not good. But
why are you upset about people being upset about this? Then?
He's panicked. I'm not upset. I get upset when people go, well, he shouldn't have done that. But it's like, but if you were in that situation, you don't know what you would have done. So how could you pass judgment on what this guy is doing?
Because I'm not a trained officer. If I was a trained officer, maybe I wouldn't have done that. Did this guy have enough training?
I don't know. I don't know. Could have been his second day on the job. Like, we're going to find out. But if this was somebody that I knew, if this was a relative of mine that I loved, I would just be thinking, boy, if she would have just stopped the car and got out, she would be alive. She'd be in jail, but she'd be alive.
In jail for what? What was her crime?
She was impeding law enforcement. You can't get in the way of law enforcement when they're trying to do something. That's a crime.
I don't know what the situation was leading up to this incident, but whatever was going on does not justify getting shot.
When you take your vehicle and look at where the car is. This is the start of the video. Look at where her car is in this video.
Yeah, and she backs up and then turns to leave.
But
if she wanted to hit the guy, she just would have went forward.
Okay, but she shouldn't have been there to begin with. They're not there for her.
Nobody should be anywhere to begin with then. I mean, what do you want? She's in there. She lives in this neighborhood. She went down to protest. Do I think that that's a smart idea to go down and protest? I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, but I disagree with what a lot of ICE agents are doing these days.
A lot of people do. We all do. I think a lot of people do.
So this is not justified. This is a step and the fact that this isn't being condemned by the president is outrageous. How he wouldn't go, at the very least, he could have said, we're investigating this matter. It's a horrible tragedy and we'll have more soon. That's all he had to say. But no, it's the left lunatics and this guy is lucky to be alive. Never mind the fact that this woman, a mother, is now dead because of what happened.
Yeah, I wish he would have said. I wish she would have said this is a tragedy.
Yeah, but he's not going to because he's a giant narcissist child who only gives a fuck about himself and how he looks. So he has to insert his bullshit into this, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, he's not a good leader.
So, someone said it earlier in the chat. I can't believe there's still people supporting this asshole and defending him. They twist themselves into pretzels, into knots, defending him with every horrible thing he does.
I understand that, but you're
horrible, and everybody goes, "Well, that's just Trump being Trump." And how else can I spin this? Let me see. Let me make this look good so that Trump doesn't come off like an asshole. How could I do it? And still keep my red hat on. How could I do that?
I understand that, but you're wrapping up the president into this whole thing. Like I'm trying to look
into it.
I'm trying to look at this one particular incident.
Yeah, but my point of it all is this kind of his rhetoric is not helping anything. His rhetoric is putting fuel in the fire here.
I certainly agree with that. I certainly don't disagree with that. But the other people aren't without blame either, because they're the ones out there doxing agents. There's people who go out to these things to protest. No issue with that. Film and document and report. Totally fair. But when you start to insert yourself into these situations and you start to put the officers' lives in danger, it changes the game.
Yeah, I don't agree with putting officers' lives in danger, anybody's life in danger.
Okay.
But you're allowed to protest. You're allowed to drive your car, and you're allowed to be in that area. And
but if she
without getting shot.
If she was following them and she was actively getting in the way of them, I mean, that
still doesn't mean you're allowed to get shot.
It doesn't mean that you're allowed to get shot, but at the same time, she doesn't know who they are going for. What is she doing there? It could be a murderer. It could be a horrible human being. And this person is stopping that from happening. We don't know. It's not our business. Like, it's between the person and the law. in this situation. And if you put yourself in the middle of that, that's when bad things can happen. Listen, I don't like being on this side of it, but we have to be honest with you. We have to be, because everybody's yelling at me in the chat, and I'm sorry, but we have to be fair about this. Like, it wasn't just like he walked up to the vehicle and did it. She was revving the engine. She was driving. I don't disagree that he panicked and overreacted. And the third shot does not look good, you know, but I think that's part of the whole entire sequence of what he did. I wish this cop was a better cop, but he wasn't, and he wasn't today, you know, so.
And it's the kind of shit that could be avoided if ICE, I mean, I'm against, you know that, I'm against ICE and all their fucking bullshit of deporting whoever, whenever, it doesn't matter. We'll just send them, we'll disappear you to God knows what prison.
So you're against ICE getting rid of rapists and murderers and gang members. I said you're opposed.
Why would you say that?
But be fair. Like, we don't know who these people are. A lot of bad people have been deported.
Sure, and a lot of innocent good people have been deported.
Yes,
and people that just fucking disappeared and for months, and people that get deported for the crime of being in the country. They get deported to God knows what country for God knows how long.
Which nobody wants, right?
They get pulled out of their hearing. They go to and you know, the administration will say, "Oh, we're for legal immigration." But when people try to do it legally, they show up to their court date to try to become citizens. They get pulled out by ICE and deported.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I disagree with. So forgive me for not supporting this wonderful agency called ICE.
Everybody does, but it's not like all of these people are sitting there with labels on which one is the good one and which one is the bad one.
And take your masks off. It'd be a good one.
But then Biden shouldn't have kept the border open for everybody to come pouring in.
Biden shouldn't have kept the border open. How about he tried to fund Border Patrol and Trump said, "No, I got to run on it."
At the end. At the end. I agree. He did try, and Trump got in the way, and that was stupid.
Who needed the border to be open? No,
that was in year 4.
Trump was in office for 4 years and left the border open.
Well, the border's always been a problem for every single president.
But Biden was the problem, right?
Because they weren't prosecuting people. They weren't.
Biden deported more people than Trump has.
I don't have everything in front of me, but it's pretty universally agreed upon that the guy, I mean, even my mother admitted to me, and my mother is very close to where you are in all of this. And she was like, they should have been doing more at the border in the first 2 or 3 years of his presidency. And that's the truth.
And he tried to get a big bill passed to fund border security.
In year 4.
Whatever. He tried to do something, and Trump told everybody not to vote for it because he wanted to run on it.
My whole point is it's not
good.
It's not that clear cut. And when you're looking at
more people than Trump, okay, it's either Obama or Biden. I don't know which one.
Yeah, Biden definitely did not.
Whatever it was.
He relaxed a lot of things, which made it get out of control.
Yeah, but sticking ICE on everybody and deporting people, raiding schools and churches and court appearances is not the way to do this. I agree that
I agree. It's horrible.
There should have been more attention at the border. I get it. I understand that. But the way Trump is doing it is the exact wrong way to do things.
But we've talked about this a million times. The Republicans and Trump paraded all these people around that were victims, family members who have been murdered, raped, killed. Like, I mean, you know, horrible things because people were
come in. I get it. I understand. But there's terrible people here as well. I
was just going to say that it's not even the illegals. It's a lot of liberal policies that have let repeat offenders get out of prison, citizens get out of prison.
I'm not saying that we're talking about ICE, and I get it. Criminals need to be prosecuted. I understand that.
But it reaches a boiling point, and then the thing swings back the other way, and you get this stuff. So it's not like people are like, it's not like they just went out and started pulling people out of their homes
They kind of did.
But it's not. It's just not.
He's deploying ICE all over American cities literally pulling people out of their homes, out of churches, out of schools, and out of court appearances when they're trying to do the legal thing. There's people that are literally here trying to become citizens legally, and they're deporting them just because.
You're right.
So, I mean,
I agree with you there.
it's
wrong.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
There's good people that that came here illegally, that have been working here. And I think everybody would universally agree that nobody wants those people deported. But to the layperson who has no idea, like this young lady who unfortunately lost her life today, who the fuck are you? How do you know? What do you know? Why are you sticking yourself in the middle of this with your vehicle?
She tried to ride away, but nope.
I mean, she tried to ride. Yeah, but like, she almost hit a guy. She grazed this guy. He panicked and he did something.
She grazed him. I'm sorry, but you're never going to convince me that him being grazed was cause for him to shoot 3 times.
Yeah, and look, I don't disagree that third one was, but it was unnecessary. But it was all unnecessary. The third one was really bad looking and unnecessary. But if you're in that situation, what are you doing? That's what I asked myself.
As the cop?
Yeah.
Like out of the way.
If that car's not moving whatsoever, and he walks up to that car and he opens fire, no argument from me. That's cool. That's wrong.
The car was going, 5 miles an hour, maybe on its in the first 4 feet.
Okay, let's watch it again in real time. Let's watch it again together.
You moved out of the way.
We're supposed to be listening to for what were we listening for? Somebody made a good point. Was it Christella?
Someone told her to leave. One of the officers said to get out of here.
Okay.
That's what someone in the comments said.
Let's go back. I'm glad we're breaking this down, Frank, because we can't trust other people to do this.
Agreed.
It's a tragedy. But this is the work of a fine podcast doing fine podcast work.
Fines of we're not allowed to have.
All right.
No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my fucking god! What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure he says get out of the fucking car. Hold on.
I didn't hear. It's very low, but I didn't hear anybody say get out of here. But again, she's obviously trying to leave.
All right, let's watch it one more time.
He backs up to avoid the cop in front of her.
No! No! Shame!
Look, he's off to the side.
Oh my fucking god!
He's off to the side when she starts to move.
Yeah, but she brushes him. I don't disagree that she's trying. I don't think she's trying to run him over.
Exactly.
I don't think she's trying to run him over, but I think
he takes one step to his right and he's clear of the car. Even if he does get hit, even if it's a head on, she's doing 5 miles an hour. Yeah, you're going to get hit. You might, even if you got hit, which he was in no danger of there. It was nothing.
It happened so fast. First of all, she panicked.
He
panicked.
He had his gun in his hand before she was moving.
No, absolutely not. Take a look. We saw it on the slow-mo version. Look, watch.
No! No! Shame!
And he pulls the gun as she's going from reverse to forward.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
He didn't look panicked. I'm sorry.
All right, hold on.
He looks very, very casual pulling that gun out of his holster.
Very casual. You're very hard. You're very hard on these people if they oppose your views. Hold on.
My views.
No, because you don't agree with the whole ICE thing, which I don't agree. I don't agree with a majority of what's happening.
Getting killed for driving past someone.
Okay, here it is. Here's the slow-mo version. You look. You can see his gun.
Go ahead.
Look, she's already moving forward when he pulls it out.
She's already going 3 miles an hour, man.
But she's pulling out. He doesn't know if he's about to get hit.
He's on the right. He's in front of the headlight. All he has to do is take a step towards this other guy, and he's out of the way.
I don't disagree with that. He could have jumped, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying he panicked and he took his gun out.
Well, you panic. How many times is someone going to panic, kill someone, and we all go up? That's what happens. How about we get people that don't fucking panic under? I mean, what if she pulled a gun? It wasn't going to start.
But I can say the same thing for her. What if she doesn't panic and just turns the car off and gets out? She would be alive.
She's not used to any of it. She tried to get out of there.
So
I'm not saying she did the right thing, but I'm saying she panicked and she tried to drive away from them because she was going to get dragged.
We're saying the same thing about both the people.
Well, one is supposed to be a trained law enforcement official. He's supposed to be trained with his gun. It's not to pull it on a civilian. That's not a threat.
Supposed to be, yeah.
But
people make mistakes. People make mistakes. This guy
did you go back and I'd like to see what the guy? I mean, is the guy clearly? I mean, he's got masks on. Who knows where? She's probably afraid she's going to get pulled out of there and deported to some whatever hellhole.
If she's a citizen, what's she have to worry about? She has a license on her. She'll be fine.
Deported.
I mean, she would have been arrested
and possibly deported.
The car's already moving forward, and he pulls his gun out afterwards.
It's like switching from reverse to forward.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding? He fires 3 shots very clearly. I'm sorry, but no, there's no justification for that.
But he didn't go there to kill this innocent woman today.
I'm not saying he did. I'm saying that ICE employs some fuck-ups.
Everybody employs some fuck-ups. Yeah.
But this guy shouldn't have been a fuck-up.
Listen, I don't know this guy from Adam. It could be day 2 on the job, and he could have been the worst ICE agent. He could be the best police officer. Guy could be volunteering. Guy could be fantastic, and just
volunteering.
Panicked and thought he was going to get hurt. And it wasn't like his life was totally. Listen, when they go out there, they already know
something. Maybe I get.
He's driving a car.
The car's 3 feet in front of him, and he steps
agree.
To the right.
He's in front of the car. He's in front of the car,
off to the side, in front of the car. Yes.
Okay. So it's not like if she was just sitting there in the car and he opened fire and not moving.
Clearly, she's doing this to go and turn the other way. She's not like, I'm gonna, she's obviously trying to go that way.
Right, but I would guess if we had any police officer come in here and be like, hey, if you have a crazy person driving a vehicle through a crowd of people where there's people out on the road standing, is it okay to just let them go? Are they going to be just fine? Like,
no, shoot them dead. That's it. No, just whoever seems like they're gonna be a problem, just kill them.
But I'm saying.
That's basically what you just said to me.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm saying, because the other officer, they're trying to get her out of the car. They're trying to stop her from causing God knows what other harm she may cause in her panic.
She caused in the first place.
What?
She hasn't caused any harm yet. It's not like she just ran through a crowd.
Okay, I feel like I'm losing my mind. She inserted herself into a police matter. Whether we agree with the police matter or not, she put herself in the middle in between police officers and somebody who they were trying to get. And she was driving a car.
You act like she was standing in a doorway blocking them from getting in. She was in her car on the street, and she blocked the cars.
Okay, again, I can only go by what has been
widely. And then she tries to get away out of the way because she didn't want to get dragged out and God knows by who these people are, because they're not cops. I mean,
but they're law enforcement. The ICE agents are law enforcement.
Yeah, but are they clearly? I don't know what the guy was wearing. Is he ICE? Is it a uniform? Who the fuck is this guy?
But listen, I agree that the ICE uniform is a little paramilitary, scary looking. I get that. But it's a tragic situation, and there's some responsibility on either one of either one of these parties that are involved in this. It's tragic. he's not without blame, but also she inserted herself into that situation.
So if ICE comes down my block and I pull out in front of them, ICE gets out and says you got, and all of a sudden starts to pull, is going to pull me out, and I drive away, they can shoot me.
If you're driving away from everybody, like if there's nobody in the way, I mean, I don't think that they should be opening fire on you. I don't think he should have opened fire on her. I think he panicked.
Inside, so what the fuck?
I think he panicked when he saw a vehicle coming towards him. Because again, according to reports, she was following and impeding law enforcement vehicles. Like she inserted herself. She was blocking. A report says the woman's vehicle was used to block or ram law enforcement cars prior to the shooting. This is again, it just happened. So this is just what the reports are saying. We'll know later on if it's confirmed or not. But if she's ramming, if these people saw her ramming a vehicle or even aggressively blocking a vehicle, and now you're standing there, and even if she's trying to turn and get away, she guns it, you're going to panic. And I would hope that most people would just jump out of the way. But this guy reached for his weapon. There's no telling that's fight or flight. There's no telling what you'll do in that split second of time.
I agree that there are situations where you don't know split second. I get it. But if you're standing there and you're not injured and the car's coming at you, literally he could have
just jumped out of the way. He
actually even did step to the side and he got grazed. That could have been the end of it. And they would have followed her and arrested her after that.
Okay, but see what Paul is saying here is an unfair comment. ICE inserted itself into the community. There was 3 years of negligence on the border before the president tried to do something about it, and it was unfairly blocked by President Trump. Almost the worst presidency ever, that first Trump term. And he comes back and wins basically based off of this promise. You know what I'm saying? He was handed this.
That could have been stopped a year earlier.
The people wanted more safety, however you want it. He won on this thing, and then he starts doing it, and now
I call it a rigged election. I don't
stolen.
Check the polls again, because I don't know, some screwy stuff going on. I think there was election interference. I don't think he actually won.
Yeah, listen, I wish this didn't happen. I wish this didn't happen, but we can't. Everybody's sitting here acting like ICE this, and they just like it's not.
The point is, ICE is undertrained, just like our leaders are. They're not as prepared for the responsibility that they have bestowed upon themselves, or that has been given to them. They are woefully underprepared for these.
But how do you know that?
We have a fucking news reporter as their Secretary of Defense. We have another news reporter as Attorney General. We've got fucking Dr. Oz and RFK Jr. telling us to stop vaccinating our kids and don't take Tylenol anymore. And we have a game show host invading other countries. I could say very confidently that we have people that are not efficiently or sufficiently trained for these jobs.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you just said there. There's a lot of agreement. There. Yeah, I don't think
agrees with me. Let me know.
I don't think this term is going the way. And I think it's becoming tougher for Trump supporters to stay with it again, because we're early into this Venezuela thing. If this starts to go really bad and wrong the other way, by the way,
about taking Greenland, and now we have European countries arming up and ready to fight if he does.
Yeah. Did you see Lindsey Graham on the plane the other day and how fucking excited he was over all of this?
Unfucking real. His nose was so fucking brown, it was ridiculous.
I was a little uncomfortable with Lindsey Graham being like, and cute. Like, it's like, easy, fella, easy.
Just because this country has the military might that we have doesn't mean we have the right to go invading other countries whenever the hell we want. And that's exactly what Stephen Miller said on the news. He was like, oh, because we can, and we should be doing it. We are America, and we should be enforcing our will all around the world. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not how the world works.
I like Stephen Miller. That "Fly Like an Eagle" song is good. You know. What's his? Is it Stephen Miller? It is Stephen Miller, right? They're both Stephen Millers.
I think they're both Stephen Miller.
Shit, that's unfortunate for the
Stephen Miller, the from fucking Transylvania, Stephen Miller. He's a fucking. Every time he gets on there, he's like, "Oh, we're America, and we have the right to impose our will wherever we want." It's like, what are you talking? We have laws in the world, not only in the country, not only our own constitution, but we have agreements all around the world that say we can't do whatever the fuck we want whenever we want.
Yeah, that guy's got a, what do they call that? The complex there when you have a
God complex, Napoleon complex.
That guy's got a Napoleon complex. Yeah, that guy's got.
I mean, it's just a never.
But let's talk about Greenland for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, because I find this very interesting. I don't want to be the country. I don't want to be. I, like you, yearn for the America of yesteryear that liked being the moral leader, like doing good things in the world just cause.
That's where we should be. We are the wealthiest country, where the people that were, we go around the world to help when we can. Yeah, there were some wars that the citizens disagreed with, and we shouldn't have been in, which we should have, if we can go back in time and take them back. Yeah, we should. But
thank you, Christella. Look, Steve Miller. It's not Stephen Miller. See, you're spreading false information, Frank.
I'm sorry about that. But we used to be the, hey, we'll send aid, we'll help. We have allies that rely on us, and we rely on them for help whenever the shit hits the fan. And now we're literally, because we want Greenland, which is a European country, it's part of Europe. We're just going to go and take it.
Yeah. Well, again, I want to give everybody a little background on where I'm coming with this. I yearn for the America of yesteryear, like you do, just like you were just saying. And I think it's become so tough to live in America. That's why people are changing their minds. That's why Americans are changing their minds on that. Like, I think Americans have gone to the America First or MAGA camps because they're like, I can't afford health insurance. So they get pretty burned when they see us giving millions and billions of dollars to other countries, other things, other whatever, not even other countries, but other things in our own country that are just not them. And they're like, what the hell? So
Republicans just gutted healthcare and health insurance. I'm just saying, you just brought up health insurance. Before you move on to the next thing, I just want to tell you that people that voted for the Republicans just gutted your healthcare. But go ahead.
Okay. Healthcare was one example I was trying to give. It's a plethora of things. The cost of meat, I could go on and on, right? I believe the solution is, why don't we get the upper 1% to pay a little bit more of their fair share in taxes? That would probably solve it. That's what I think would solve it. That's what I would like to see happen.
But that's not going to happen when the upper 1% is running the country.
And yes, and that's right. What's happening is they're now saying, well, if everybody wants to live a little bit, live the comfortable way we lived in the last 30 years, feel like that wealth, we don't have to pay more taxes. We have to stop giving. So that's the solution. So I disagree overall with the direction that we're going in, or the solution to the problem. Right. So that's where I'm coming from on all of this. So I don't really want to see us going out into the world and toppling other people. I don't want to run other governments. That doesn't usually go well for us.
I saw a thing today. Someone said it the perfect way. We've become pirates. Like, our government just goes into another country, pillages, takes what we want, and then enriches ourselves. And now we've done that with Venezuela. Now he wants to do it to Greenland because they have minerals and things that Trump wants to get his hands on. So we're just gonna steal it. I mean,
Well,
that's not
okay,
what you do.
but this is why I want to talk about this, because this is interesting. This is interesting. Greenland, yes, it's like a part of Denmark, right? But it's run on its own, but it's a part of Denmark, that kind of thing. So what?
It's not ours.
Right. So everybody's really upset about it and what the president is doing. And again, that's why I explained my background, because I hope you guys know where I'm coming from on this. That being said, they do have a ton of minerals, right? Rare earth minerals. And so there's two things that I want to talk about here. They have rare earth minerals. Okay, why do we think that we deserve that? I'm not sure I want you to take the current president out of the situation when we're talking about this and thinking about this. You have to. Follow me here for a second.
I'll follow you down this road. Go ahead.
Thanks, buddy. Do we deserve that, or is it ours? No. Would we be in trouble if it was solely controlled, gathered, sold to China/Russia? Because think about this. In the greatest part of America, right, during the Industrial Revolution, we're just building cities, we're growing our own economy, we're outpacing Europe as far as GDP and all this stuff, and we're gathering the wealth that you just talked about that made us a great moral leader to help everybody in the world. What was the thing that we did that on? I mean, a lot of things, right? But steel. Right? We all talk about the Industrial Revolution, steel, building railroads, building skyscrapers, exporting steel, other countries buying our steel. That was the thing that we needed at that time. And we happened to control it. And that's why it went so well for America, right? If we didn't control it, would we be in debt to somebody else, right? I mean, everybody talks about the Middle East and the power that the Middle East has. It's all based off of oil. Now, lots of other places have oil, Venezuela, Alaska, right? We have oil here in America, not as much as they have over there. And you've seen the mass wealth that has been built in some of the countries in the Middle East. I mean, Dubai, I mean, it's like they're just building these huge, there's just wealth all over the place because they have this natural resource. So now, in the dawn of AI and computer chips and cell phones, these rare earth minerals that people need to survive, so they have their TikTok and everything, has become the commodity of the day. And is it good for us in America if we are not a player in that? Or if we're if we're shut out of that?
We already are.
I know that.
Shut up. We're the richest economy on the globe
today.
Yeah.
Today. But if we find ourselves in a situation where, there's a chip in everything. I mean, there's a chip. Did you see the thing the other day that Lego put a chip in a Lego? There's like a smart Lego now.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. There's a chip in everything. If all of that is going to help grow China and Russia over us, does that put us in trouble 30, 40, 50 years from now?
But I thought, I know you said keep President Trump out of this.
And you're not doing it. That's why you're not.
I would love to. But
none
of this would have come up if it wasn't Trump.
Would it not have? Would it not have? I don't know about that.
Nobody was talking about taking over Greenland until Trump.
Correct. But I'm not talking about taking over Greenland. What I'm talking about is, if there's a shit ton of this stuff there and we are not getting it or in control of it, does that put us at a disadvantage? Does that put us in trouble?
We have our hand in that pot. We're getting stuff from Greenland. Do we? Yeah, I'll look it up right now.
Well, and then let me give you the other part of it, because this is the other thing. And this could be an excuse to do it, which I don't agree with. But I do worry, because a lot of military experts,
we trade with Greenland all the time. Vast rare earth minerals. We trade with Greenland all the time. They're already partners of ours.
Yeah, we do. But if China strikes a better deal with them, or if
you got the deal maker in charge, what are you worried about?
You you got to take him out of it for a second. You got to talk.
How
You got
could you know?
you have to, because this is the United States of America. He's gone in 3 years. He's gone.
Is he?
He's gone in 3 years.
Okay.
I don't want to say that now. I'm not so sure, but I think he should be gone in 3 years, right?
Who the hell knows? We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Well, he should be.
No more elections.
I mean, he could be gone tomorrow. He could have a massive heart attack on the toilet and be gone 3 months from now. We don't know.
30 years for all we know. Who the hell knows?
Well, let's pretend like we've not been stuck watching MSNBC for the last 3 years and we're panicked every night because of what they're feeding us, and act like he's going to leave in 3 years.
It's not MSNBC, but go ahead.
It's a concern. It's a concern for our future economy, where we're seeing all of these massive data centers being built, and these elements are now they're the steel of tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. But Greenland is occupied by a very, very close ally of ours. So if we as Americans wanted to get more of their, was that you're saying we need more of Greenland's minerals? Okay, we'll strike up a better deal with
yeah. It's not just that we need more. It's almost like an arms race, right? It almost becomes the nuclear arms race. It's like
we're already in. We're one of the key players. China, yeah, sure. Japan, okay. Us,
China has more of those minerals in their home country than we do.
So we still have them all. We still have access to them. I mean, it's not like we're not getting any. I
mean, that's why Trump made the deal he made with Zelensky, because he's like, we're going to need this stuff, because this is where the next battleground is going to be. I mean, imagine it just like the nuclear. Like, nobody wants nuclear war, but everybody agreed, hey, we got to have more of these weapons and be ready to go than anybody else to make sure that nobody
and we blew them away. We have thousands more.
Yeah.
Or whatever the number is.
Yeah. So you can't make that same gamble of like, oh, we'll be okay. We can just like trade our way to it. Like, you got to make sure.
Be like, we'll be okay, but we're not going to start invading our allies to do it. I mean,
not talking about invading.
Well, you are if you're talking about going into Greenland and taking.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about you're the United States of America. Forget this president. I know this is really hard for you.
I am. Okay.
And you know that this is going to be the next thing that we need to.
About us doing?
What?
So what are you talking about us doing as a response?
There's a concern. Well, I don't. I'm not there to say like this is what we need to do, but I'm saying you've got to be concerned with, we can't be outpaced by other people, especially Russia and China, who God knows what, if they're the ones that are dominating the world, God knows what that does to us.
Yeah, fine. Again, I say the solution cannot be we start invading our friends, our allies.
And then here's the other thing. Everybody is, so this was the second thing that I was going to say was, everybody nonpartisan universally agrees that if Russia is going to strike the United States of America, that through Greenland is the quickest and easiest way to do that.
Alaska?
Nobody cares about Alaska. Let's be honest. Like, we're all worried about New York getting hit.
But they could probably get here.
Focus up, Frank. If they hit Alaska, what are we going to do? We'll lose 50 people and a couple of ice cubes. It's not a big deal. It's not a problem.
Well, look at Christella's comment.
What would you say? Other countries coming in here and taking our stuff? Yes. Listen, I'm not saying we have to take over the country. What I'm saying is everybody should be concerned with Greenland, because if we get locked out of those minerals, we can find ourselves in trouble in 10, 15, 20 years.
Why would we get locked out? Because, I don't know, maybe someone takes over the country that pisses off our allies. Maybe that's the reason we'd get locked out.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Because China already has a head start and has a lot of this stuff in their own country, right? They're a wealthy country. Would you not agree?
Sure.
Okay, what if China turns around and says to Greenland, hey, we'll pay you three times the amount the United States will? Do you think Greenland's going to be like, well, they're our neighbors? Or do you think Greenland's going to be like, thanks very much, we'll take that. We need the money. We want to be a wealthy country.
Guess what nation's wealthier than China?
The United States?
Yeah.
Agreed. But what I'm saying is if they already have a head start on those minerals and we don't, right? And they're able to amass a good amount of wealth and let's say equal us, which is not out of the realm of possibility because
I appreciate you playing devil's advocate here. I get it.
I'm not playing devil's advocate. I am absolutely not playing devil's advocate.
You kind of are, because I'm saying we shouldn't be exploring taking over anything, and you're saying we got to go for, what if we do have to go for Greenland? And I'm like, we don't.
No. What I'm saying is there is what is it? The goose that laid the golden egg. There's a goose laying golden eggs.
Yeah, there's diamond mines in Africa. Does it mean we have to take over Africa?
No, but diamonds aren't as much of a commodity as these.
So if there was a rare earth minerals in Africa, we'd have to go there and take over Africa. And then what? Great Britain too? If they have it, we got to go and take over their country too. Just make the whole world America is what we do, because we need all the minerals. Nobody gets the minerals, just us.
Okay.
You see my point? Once you start invading other countries because they have what you want, you become the bad guy. I'm not
talking about invading other countries. I'm talking about it's a real concern.
Sure, but
it is a concern. Like there's a reason why we don't just let any country build a nuclear weapon, because we have
agreements around the world that say we have to watch out for this stuff.
Right.
Those same people that made those agreements also made agreements that, hey, we're friends and we don't invade each other.
Why am I getting killed in the comments?
Because you're on the wrong side, man. I love you, but holy shit.
No, I'm not on the wrong side.
You're think I'm on to justify us invading a sovereign nation.
No. That's why I gave you the preamble. If I don't want us taking over other countries, I don't think we do well. I just said it 2 minutes ago.
I get that we should be concerned about.
I think you. Can I say something? I think you and some of our great friends here are so blinded with hatred for our current president that you can't see that there's real things happening in the world. We can't let other people get a jump start on us on whatever the big commodity of the day, year, decade, century is going to be. We can't trust other countries to do that. We didn't allow that. We didn't trust other countries to build nuclear weapons the way they wanted to. So why would we just let them just go run free? Like, we have to do something. There has to be, whether it's a trade deal or whatever it is. Something's got to get done.
Fine, then do something. But
don't take over other countries. I agree.
Invade our friends.
I agree, but you can't act like we're America and it's the goodwill of Greenland. Like I said, what if China comes in and says, we'll give you $5 for every dollar America will give you? We can't count on.
Why can't we go to Greenland and work out a deal with them? We have the art of the deal running the country. He should be able to go over there and say, Greenland, we'll give you a better deal than any other country on the planet.
Again, you're turning it back to this president. Let's say this doesn't get settled.
The situation we're in.
But let's say this doesn't get settled in the next 3 years, okay? And he's out. And then the next president, whoever the hell that is, has to figure it out. My question still stands. Your rage for him doesn't. So what's the solution? Because there needs to be one.
Yeah, fine. But deals, that's how we do it, with agreements and trade deals.
I understand that. But like I said, I still propose, what if China comes back and says, we'll give you 5 for 1? What do we do? What's the response there?
I don't know. I'm not the what's it called? The ambassador to Greenland. I don't know how to make that deal.
You're damn right. And I got to tell you something. This interview is not going well. I don't think you're going to get the gig.
I don't want the gig, but I guarantee you, I wouldn't be like, give us all your shit, or we're going to take it. That's the deal. That's the deal. I probably wouldn't put on the table. I'm not going to sit here and go, you know what? You guys have good stuff. But before anybody else gets it, we're just going to stay. We're going to take it all, and you have no say in the matter. Deal? And they're going to say no. I'm going to say, too bad.
Yeah.
We're America. Fuck you.
I don't. Yeah. And that's where nuance comes in this. Again, I don't agree. No, listen. I don't agree. I don't agree. But let's say you're in that seat.
Yeah.
Let's say you're facing an uncertain future, and you know how this guy. Now we can talk about him. You know how he thinks. You know, are you and if you were the president and are you just gonna roll the dice on we can deal our way and we'll probably be okay? Or are you gonna think I gotta get a handle on the situation now?
You can get a handle on situations without stealing other sovereign nations' minerals. You could make deals. You can make deals with other countries. There's so many countries on the planet that you can make deals with. Greenland is a friend of ours. They're not an enemy. They're owned by a European country that is not Russia, and we can deal with Greenland. We could deal with Denmark. We could deal with the European Union. We know there are friends for now, but now you're talking about when you talk about we need to take over Greenland. It's not yours to take over. Imagine if I came to your house and said, you know what? I'm going to need this whole second floor. I don't, you guys, I'm sorry. You've had it for a while, but I really need it because I have to look out for my best interest. Fuck you. You've been my friend for a very long time, but this whole second floor, it's mine now.
Yeah.
You're gonna take that? You're gonna get other people to, if I just walked in and started putting my shit down, you would probably try to talk to me and say, no, don't do that. If I refuse, I'm sure at one point or another, the cops would be called. And if the cops in that case would be other armies from our former allies that would say, hey, you're fucking with our friend, part of NATO, and part, you know, that we all agreed as a friend and we'd come in to help. So welcome to World War fucking 3.
Well, and that's the problem with power. It's like you got to have it because you can't leave it up to anybody. I mean, it's a scary situation. Something's got to be done.
What more power do you want? You run the freest nation on earth. You're the leader of the free world.
Yeah, I understand that.
The biggest army, the biggest economy, even though it's shitting right now. But you're the leader of the free world. But you need more.
I think it's just, and here I'm going to disagree with Mitch Justice, which I don't like to do.
That's exactly what it is. I agree 100%.
I don't think it is, and I think you guys are blinded by your hatred for him because I think
forget him. He's saying we need it and we're just going to take it. Same thing with Venezuela. But
I think what it is Venezuela is different. I really don't agree. I can't find any justification for Venezuela.
No, there isn't, because he said it many, 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 many times. It's the oil.
Yeah.
We just want their oil. So what's the difference between him invading Venezuela, taking over the country, taking their oil? What's the difference between that and doing the same thing to Greenland that he's probably planning on doing? And he's even said on Air Force One, he said he listed like 5 or 6 other countries that he wants to take over as well.
I don't know why he's picking on Colombia either. The Colombia doesn't make any sense to me.
Mexico, Cuba. It's like, what are you just going to take over you're not. He's got like a Napoleon thing. He wants to. We're not conquerors anymore. The lines are drawn. We have our countries.
Yeah, and I don't think people disagree with you. And I don't. Again, and I think a lot of his supporters don't want to see us start to do with these other things. And that's where the America First people are coming from. They're like, let's not get involved there.
One of his big things was no new wars.
Right. Correct.
It's a big campaign. And if you vote for Kamala Harris, she's going to lead you right into World War III. Well. What are we doing? You're walking us straight into it.
But where I disagree on the Greenland thing is, and again, I think you are blinded by your hatred for him. I think he's looking at this from a perspective of Greenland is starting to be an issue, and it's going to become a real issue. And I think he looks at it the way most presidents do, because most presidents, you have to be crazy to think that you're the guy. That the country needs you. You are at every president.
Him.
Do you agree that way though? Like Obama felt this, like Bush, Clinton, they all feel like, the country needs me. I'm the guy.
No, because if they thought that, they never went out and said, I'm the only one that could fix it.
Every president, I think, feels like
maybe they felt it. Maybe they thought it.
I think you have to think
privately, but they never came out and said, I'm the chosen one, and I'm the only one that could fix it.
I'll relent that point to you. That's fine. They all think it, though. You have to think that way to go through an election and try and win and do this crazy job, right?
You also have a team you're working with.
Yeah, but they all have to be crazy enough to think I'm the guy to do this. That's a crazy.
Fine. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So that's the thought process behind a president, even of any other country. And he's looking at this going, do I leave this up to somebody else, my predecessor, even my best pal, JD Vance, or whoever comes in the future? Or I'm the important one. Do I take care of this right now? And I think that's what he's thinking. And I think that's why he starts to talk about this stuff, because the reasons why he's talking about it are valid and important. But what he wants to do may not be the best way to go about it. But believe me when I tell you, you have to, whatever it is, you have to make sure that those minerals don't further enrich Russia or China, because then we're really going to have a problem in 30 years.
Or he's doing all this crazy batshit stuff to distract from the Epstein files that he didn't even release a percentage of. 1% of the Epstein files hasn't even been released yet.
Not a
even
bad point.
4%.
Not a bad point by you. It's not a bad point at all. It's a good
he
point.
Even said, I forget what the...
But it's not bullying, though. I don't think it's just bullying.
Well, it's part bullying. There's definite bullying.
Distracting's not bullying. That's different.
He's pushing around other countries saying, we're coming for your shit. That's bullying. What? There's no clearer definition of bullying than saying I'm bigger and stronger than you and we could just take whatever we want.
Venezuela is bullying. Colombia would be bullying. Greenland is like there's something that it's an important thing. And we could be attacked. How would you feel if everybody says all this shit and then in 5 years from now, Russia launches a nuclear attack from Greenland because they weren't paying attention, or they weren't tough enough, or they didn't have the military readiness or awareness to realize that somebody came into their upper part of their country and launched a nuclear weapon from there.
We have bases all over Greenland. We are in Greenland. They're friends of ours. We have bases in all these countries.
I understand that. But Frank, the Ukraine quietly walked into Russia and launched an attack against that country without them knowing it. And they have a pretty decent military. It's not it's plausible. It's possible that could be done.
Okay. But all right. So then we get Greenland. And then he goes, well, now we need Norway because Norway's right there. And Finland too. Finland's pretty close to Russia. I don't know. Denmark's looking pretty good because they're right there too. We need to be right on top of Russia.
Well, if you're gonna take Greenland, you got to take Denmark along with it.
This isn't a game of risk. You're not just rolling dice, going, "Let me move some pieces around."
No, I get it. I understand that.
That's why we have agreements in place. You can't to stop people. What's it called? Warmongers and leaders of other countries from invading. You're just, otherwise it would be anarchy. If we had no laws governing other countries from walking in and just taking shit, it would be chaos.
I understand that. And a lot of people are getting angry with me in the comments, but this is what I want to tell everybody. And Frank, you too.
Please.
I get you hate this guy.
It's
not unjustified, but I feel like it blinds you. I feel like it blinds you from some common sense stuff and some also things that are going like Greenland's it's an issue.
Very patronizing.
I'm not trying to be patronizing. Greenland is an issue. Whether Trump was the president or Kamala Harris is the president, I'd be saying the same thing. Like there's a lot of minerals there. There's a lot of minerals in the Ukraine. These are not the only. There's other places. It's going to be what steel was in the Industrial Revolution. And if you don't have it, you're not going to look at what steel, nuclear weapons. We controlled both those things, and look at what we grew to.
I'm not saying that minerals aren't important, rare earth minerals. I get it. But what we're doing is pushing other countries around because we have the power, because we're powerful, and because we physically can, and because we just want to what's it called?
Assert our dominance.
Assert our dominance. Thank you.
Venezuela, yes. What I'm saying is Greenland is different because it's not that we just want to be meanies. It's that you can't lose that grip
to the oil.
You can't lose that grip to the other superpowers that will have no problem wiping us out if they need to.
Same thing as the oil. We went in for oil. We took over Venezuela. It just replaced minerals with oil. It's the same fucking playbook. Well, we have to get all the oil, or else the other superpowers are going to take it, and we'll be stuck.
Yeah, but I think these minerals are going to be more important than oil. They're going to replace oil because everything is going to be batteries. Everything is eventually going to go electric. Oil is going to be rendered useless, and these are the things that are going to power the future.
You might think that, but when you have people, you have the people in control on the right stopping green stuff from happening and shooting all that stuff down and literally informing the oil companies that you're invading Venezuela before you tell Congress. That's literally what happened.
That was fucked up.
And they're not even trying to hide it. They said, yeah, well, we told all the oil companies we're going after Venezuela. Meanwhile, Congress is sitting there like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we even here? They didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah, he didn't. Well, I think the Democrats didn't know. Did some of the Republicans know, or did he just not tell any of them? I don't remember.
No idea. Well, that should be a pretty easily answered. We know the oil companies knew. That was sure of.
Yeah.
But we're not sure our own government knew.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree. The Venezuela thing sucks.
Every day he breaks the law, and then we're all just supposed to go, no, he's just doing, he's just being Trump. No, you can't just keep doing stuff like this and think everybody's just going to be fine with it.
I agree. I'm just saying Greenland's going to be an issue, whether it's during this presidency, the next presidency, or the presidency after that. It's going to be something that we're going to have to figure out and contend with. And I don't think we can just, and I'm not saying we have to invade them, but I don't think we just count on our goodwill of, well, we're friendly.
Well, we're more friendly with Greenland than Greenland is with Russia. We could have just said, hey, you want Russia or China to get all, or do you want to work with us and we could all work together and build everything up together?
Right. You bring up a good scenario.
I hate that I did, because now you're going to go off on a rant here. What?
Try to make it quickly.
Your name should be Ranthony. You should be Ranthony on air.
Greenland's valuable, right? We all agree?
Sure.
Okay. What if Russia beats us to the punch?
Beats us to what punch?
What if Russia takes Greenland? What if Russia invades Greenland and takes over?
Well, since they're part of NATO, everybody would come to Greenland's.
Everybody?
Part of NATO, Europe, we would. Well, we should.
I hope so.
Well, they're part of us, so yeah, we're all part of the same.
All right, but okay, but Russia.
It's just the same thing if they invaded Great Britain. We would help.
Russia, China, Brazil. There's a bunch of other countries that are, I forget what the economic alliance is. Like, what if that's the next, okay, let me ask you this question.
And they're risking open war, and that's what it is. But they're not doing that.
Right. But all right, let's say
aliens land and take over Greenland. We'd have to fight them too. What do you want from? You're giving me what ifs. Like, what if anything happens? Well, we'll deal with it. But yeah, we want to be prepared, but we don't want to, we might have to deal with this one day. So we'll just take over everybody and then worry about it later.
Yeah. I'm with Mark. We're going to switch up here. I'm just saying, like, it's like it's like the gold rush. It's like, you don't know. So you feel like it's better that it's us and hope that we'll be fair with everybody versus China or Russia, who it could be real trouble for us.
But I'm saying it's on someone else's land. Like, I can't just go to your house, start digging up your property because I think there might be oil under there. And then once there is, I go, oh, this is mine.
Yeah, well, there's that, and there's also, like, Greenland's filled with nice people. But if suddenly they become this massive superpower, and then some dictator rises up there and takes it all over, like similar to what the Venezuela guy did, it's like you get a little like, oof.
No threat of that. That's not even on the horizon. There's no superpower coming out of Greenland.
But
In the near future, anyway.
They're going to have a lot of money. They're going to have a lot of money. A lot of money. When they start mining these minerals, that they are going to amass.
Do you want to know how I know Greenland is not going to be a superpower?
How do you know?
Greenland's population in 2025.
Oh, I know this.
What?
56,000?
Yeah. 56,000, not million. 56,000. If we put Long Island up against Greenland, we have what is that? That's like 100 times more the population. I mean,
yeah.
Long Island beats Greenland.
Yeah, for 100%.
So, Greenland's not becoming a superpower anytime in the near future. So we don't relax, okay? We're not threatened by Greenland. We are friends with them, and we'd like to keep it that way. At least, hopefully, most of us do.
At least some of us.
Yeah. All right, next topic.
All right, quickly.
What's going on here?
Nick Reiner. His attorney.
That went too long.
What's that?
I'm sorry if that went too long, everyone.
Oh, all good. His attorney, Alan Jackson, has quit. Jackson is known for handling high-profile, high-stakes cases. Reports suggest that the exit came down to money, not strategy. Defense costs are reportedly spiraling due to forensic experts, mental health evaluations, crime scene reconstruction, and lengthy pretrial preparation. Sources say the price tag of experts alone may have made continued representation unrealistic. Reiner still faces 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of his parents. They have turned him over to the public defendant.
Oof.
My cousin Vinny.
That's not good.
Oh no! What was it? What was the name of the public defender in My Cousin Vinny? Mr. Tipton? No. That he said that.
I don't remember his name.
Mr.
Tipton. Yeah.
Yeah. So things are not.
So his lawyer quit. Does he just had the one lawyer?
No, well, the lawyer comes with I think those high profile people come with teams to begin with. Yeah, but yeah.
The defender, you said?
Yeah, I watched the footage. They turned him over to the public defender today, and that's where he's at.
Well, I wonder, do we know when this trial is set to kick off or what?
The arraignment continues, I want to say in February. So it's going to be a long drawn out, crazy thing.
Yeah.
The amount of money and time that's going to be wasted on this.
I feel like it's going to come down to, there's probably no question that he did it.
Correct.
So, he's pleading not guilty, but it's probably going to come down to mental state.
It's not guilty on insanity. Correct. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So we'll see. It's obvious he's not going to be free anytime soon, but in what capacity and how's it going to shake out?
Mm-hmm.
I get you.
Yeah.
Meghan Markle. Oh, your favorite topic.
The best. She, I guess, rolled out like a new website or something, which I can sympathize. I can sympathize with this because our website has gone sideways too.
You have a website?
Yes, we stopped saying that. It took me 5 days to get this one little thing fixed. It took some nerd like 2 seconds. They were like, "Oh, this is it," and I'm like, "Fucking shit." So we've got a half-built site right now. But anyway,
we should just start a MySpace page. Can we do that?
I would love. Is MySpace?
Is that still a thing?
I think didn't Justin Timberlake buy it or sell it to somebody recently, like a couple of years ago? Let's see. Let's go to myspace.com and see what happens. Yeah, no, it's still there.
It's still there. You could make a profile.
I just went to myspace.com and it is still.
Right. Anybody in the comments, please let me know if you still have or operate a MySpace page.
Yeah, look, MySpace is still a thing.
Is that your page or is that just like the...
No, I just went to myspace.com. Like, this is what happens when you go to myspace.com.
What am I even looking at? It's just a bunch of bands.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess.
It looks like a news.
Kind of, yeah. New, I guess news, artist of the day, Q&A. Everybody loves the list. Top 8. Look at this. MySpace seems cool.
Hey everybody, let's start a MySpace page.
Should we start a
do that?
MySpace page?
On their MySpace page?
We might as well. We got a Truth Social page for Christ's sake. And what's the other one? Blue Dog, Blue Label. What's the other fucking thing?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. Blue Sky. Give me a fucking break. And Threads.
You roll your eyes at Blue Sky, but not at Truth fucking Social.
No, I roll my eyes at Truth Social too. Truth Social is a fucking nightmare. Truth Social. There's so many
Mad Max over there.
There's so many shitty ads like on Truth Social. It's a fucking. You know what I was? So going through the site, I was going through just doing an audit on all our stuff, and I came across our Clubhouse page. Do you remember Clubhouse?
That was a thing for about 30 seconds.
Right. And it was like, everybody's got to be on Clubhouse. All these huge people are getting big off of Clubhouse. Who the fuck remembers Clubhouse now? It was 30 seconds. And I'll never remember somebody that I had a bad interaction with in the radio business. In fact, one of my last interactions, you know who it is. He worked for a company. He wrote a book. He's not my favorite person in the industry. He was like, "Oh, you got to be on Clubhouse. Like Clubhouse is, He's like, because he read some article and he fucking knew. I swear to God, that fucking guy. When I saw the little Clubhouse logo, it all came back to me in like 2 seconds, and I was like so fucking angry. You know who I'm talking about, right?
I think I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna text it to you anyway.
I think you know who it is.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I recently started connecting with some of the. I just texted it to you. Some of the people from my olden days, and he came up a lot. He's just a fucking twerp nut. I don't even have. All right, forget it. We can't even.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Anyway, but we should get a MySpace. But the Threads is another one. I'm so sick of I'm so sick of scrolling Instagram and Facebook, and there'll be a little thing coming up, and you're like, "Oh, this might be interesting," and then seeing that it's on Thread, I won't click on it. I don't want to go to the wasteland that is fucking Threads. Okay, because it's useless. It's stupid and useless. Anyway, Meghan Markle, new site crashes, broken pages, a whole bunch of stuff. There's screenshots circulating. What?
It's an interesting comment.
Ranthony on air. We gotta get ranthonyonair.com. Screenshots showing back end looking material that was never meant to be live. The glitch on the site is fueling criticism that Markle's projects are overhyped, undertested, poorly executed.
What is this for? This site?
Like her site, she put like a revamped
personal site. This isn't her as if it was or whatever the fuck.
As ever. Yeah. I guess
as ever.
Yeah, it's as ever. I guess they like fixed it or whatever. I mean, I didn't go to it, but we can go to it.
Let's go to as ever and see what's going on here.
It's doing it asever.com. Whoops.
I thought she had more. It looks like it as it ever did.
Same as it ever was. I guess. Yeah. I get. Is this different? Yeah, it looks a little different to me.
Yeah. So what's the problem?
No, but okay. So according to a Reddit thread, that was titled "Actual Remaining Inventory of As Ever Products," the glitch on the site reveals that there's been like okay, let me see here. Often tells you, okay, when users recently placed online orders, it tells you how many are left in stock, according to the Reddit thread.
Okay.
So every product on the As Ever website has 200,000 units of each item. The website at one point displayed more than 220,000 jars of jam left in stock, as well as approximately 32,000 available jars of honey, 90,000 available candles, 80,000 tins of flour sprinkles, and roughly 79,200 bottles of wine.
Okay.
So it was like a glitch that it was showing you the inventory of what was like left in it.
So this debunks your theory of when it was sold out, they sold a lot of stuff.
What?
So remember back in the day when this stuff sold out, we were speculating, oh, they probably only had like 100 things and they sold it out quick because it was a low inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But now it seems like their inventory is pretty high.
Right. So she misrepresented like what she was doing that shit in the beginning. But it plays into what we were saying, because she was like, oh, it's sold out. Like, we sold out. But we're like, well, you don't know how many we're selling out. Now nothing is sold out. And they're showing like these just massive amounts. So it's basically showing that nobody's buying this stuff anymore.
Yeah, maybe. But what did it start at? What number was it? If it was 80,000 of these things, did it start at 100,000? Did it start at?
Oh, I don't know. No, but you forget how it was rolled out. It was like, here's my jam. And then it was like, oh, sold out, everybody. And it's like, and then she eventually added all the other products. And now there's like everything on, like, this stuff is like always there. She's not having the sellout issue anymore. But what these glitches are showing is that she's not selling anything anymore.
Well, can you go to a thing? Does it say, or you have to buy it and then it tells you?
I think when you buy it, yeah, because that's what they were saying. Like, when you get to the checkout phase, it basically tells you, let's add the fruit spread trio to our cart here.
Ooh, a trio.
Raspberry, orange, marmalade, and strawberry. Add to cart. It's not even, is it even working? Oh, there we go.
Doesn't say how much. You probably have to actually buy it, or you get to the point.
Let's see. I'll go all the way to have to put in a credit card. I'm not giving her an email. There's no fucking way that's happening.
Oh, man. That'd be great. I'd love for you to be on the mailing list.
Please. People have already added me to many mailing lists that I don't need to be on. Yeah. And I'm assuming they fixed it by now, but you never really know. But the point of what everybody, and again, I'm not picking on her. This is like massive news everywhere. Is that it's just nobody's, you know, it's like, do you need 79,000 bottles of wine? Like, I don't, if you're this
a little bit picking on her a little bit.
But if you're this massive thing that is like, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, the hysteria of she can't keep anything stocked because everybody is so crazed for her flour sprinkles. No,
as soon as you said I'm not picking on her, it's a massive story. Now you dive right into the it's a massive thing.
But it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, if she's so as wildly popular that she couldn't keep anything in stock for more than 2 seconds, why is there 200,000?
Well, when was that article written, and how much is left now?
Today.
You don't know. Okay, but well, how much has it gone down? Maybe they sold in the last 10 hours. Maybe they sold a few thousand. Who knows? Now
I understand how frustrating I am to you over the Trump thing. Now I get it.
That's the whole point.
I get it, because I'm like, how could you not see this?
Yeah. Welcome to my world, you son of a bitch.
Damn it. That medicine tastes awfully like my own brand.
Yeah. And the thing you're talking about doesn't even fucking matter.
Oh, it matters. It matters big time.
Got it.
Yeah. I worry about you, buddy. I worry about everybody else too, that they're so crazed over hating that guy that they don't like, this is what
it's not about, like, if he was a harmless old man yelling from his fucking retirement home, whatever. But the fact that he runs the country and so many people have fallen victim to his bullshit and just eat it with a spoon, man. That's like, if nobody paid this guy any attention and he wasn't as powerful, I'd be like, he's just a crazy old man. But the fact that he has this much power and that so many people are just buying into it, it's infuriating.
No, I understand. I understand that it's frustrating and annoying. This is funny, Paul. I get it, but here's what I really. Do you want to know what I worry about?
No.
I worry that we're gonna miss really important things because everybody's just too busy hating. Like, okay, let me
All
give you.
this stuff is really important.
Let me give you, for instance, this girl who died today.
Yeah.
She like, would she, if she, I'm assuming here. This is
we can get back. We're gonna go back on another rant for.
No, I don't mean to, but like this girl, if she wasn't just getting the barrage of Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, the left, right? And this is not just a left thing, because the people on the right suffer from this is our society, right? We're either on one side and we're just getting inundated with things that we want to hear, things that make us angry. Like, would she have gone there today? Like, she could still be alive if she wasn't taking this stuff so, like, if she was putting it into perspective. I shouldn't say not take it seriously, because it is worth taking seriously. But if you put it into perspective, she would probably still be alive today.
You're blaming her again. If
I'm not.
If ICE wasn't so shitty at their jobs, would she probably still be here today?
I know, but those things are going to happen because of just the election and laws and where we're at, right? They're going to happen. And I say this because, and I'm being really sincere here, I go on my Facebook page and I see people when I was on the radio here, I dealt with a lot of community leaders, right? And they're still Facebook friends today. And I'll go on my Facebook feed and I'll see somebody being like, hey, everybody, ICE is on this corner. Like, let's go. Like, everybody go. And I watch that and I'm like, I'm happy everybody is exercising their First Amendment right to protest. But I get worried. I'm like, take it easy. Like, don't.
I'm not saying ICE, before I get into this, I'm not saying ICE is as bad as the Nazis. But if Nazis were pulling people out of their houses and nobody said anything, and
that's a bad analogy.
It's not. It's really not. Maybe it isn't the extreme, but they're coming for people, innocent people, and pulling them out of their houses and sending them to fucking prison camps that are hellholes, that people are describing as hellholes and being borderline tortured.
Understood. But do you think that, answer these two questions.
Stand up to stuff like that.
Answer these two questions. Do you think there's good people who work for ICE, and do you think that ICE is also getting rid of harsh criminals that are harming people in our country?
Sure they are. Yeah. I'm sure they're getting rid of, but they're also sweeping up innocent people and people that are just here to do the right thing, and they're deporting them and they're disappearing them, and they're not being held accountable. And it's like they're just running roughshod over the country. They're just walking all over the country, anonymous people. So if you were doing the right thing, you wouldn't have to wear a mask. If you were you see police officers walking the streets in Manhattan. They don't wear masks. They're walking around plain as day, doing the right thing. Police officers doing the right thing every day. They're taking in bad people. They're arresting people. They're following the law. I want to say, most of them. I'm sure there are bad ones as well, of course, as we've seen. But the people who are doing the right stuff don't have to wear masks, and they don't have to hide their identity. If ICE was there ICE always got their information right, and they're well organized, strategic operation. They know what they're doing before they go in, and they don't pick up kids and separate families and pull out people from their court appearances, and that's what people are pissed at. And it's like, well, who gave these people this fucking freedom to do whatever the fuck they want? I mean, and you got people that run the states saying I don't want them in my state. You got the governors. He's deploying the military in certain states without the governor's approval, which is another violation of the law. I mean, the guy breaks the law left and right like it's a fucking bodily function. It's insane.
That was really good. Another
Seinfeld thing.
Oh, is it? Damn.
Yeah. When he said he's talking about Steinbrenner. The guy fires people like it's a bodily function.
That's right. Yeah. No, it's a tough time. But going back to what I was saying, like I worry about those people getting involved. You know, I don't listen. I don't agree with Neil. I don't know. I don't know if we'll really know. Time will tell. I don't know if we really know. I think it seems like the mistakes, the errors, the innocent people that ICE is picking up feels a lot louder because that's what gets escalated. That's what gets drummed up amongst the left, and then it just gets spread to you on your feed and reiterated to you on your feed, and it makes it feel worse than it actually is.
I think,
and it's not just. By the way, that's not just this particular issue. I think every issue, good or bad, even trends, even like food trends or shit like that, like feels so much bigger because of the way algorithms just feed us the same shit over and over again.
It's not just the videos and those stories. It's the fact that the people who are leading them, the people who are in charge of them, people who give them their orders are giving them almost carte blanche to just go in, do what you got to do. We're getting rid of all the, it's the rhetoric that's if they had a respectable leader that was like, we have to.
You keep saying leader. It keeps coming just back to him.
Well, yeah. Well, it all buck stops there. I'm sorry. He's the leader. He's the guy that's in charge of all this. If he was being,
I'm sorry. Paul goes, well, you're in the wrong algorithm.
Well, listen. If you got a leader who's saying, listen, we're going to handle this delicately. We don't want any screw ups. We want the right people. We're not going to go after people going to their court. And we had a leader that was cared about what was going on.
Yeah,
maybe it would it would not be as dramatic, but he's not going to be like that, and it's not going to happen. So that just adds more to ICE is just his personal police force, and he's just going after people that don't look like him, and that's the way it is, and that's what we're seeing, and that's what's happening.
But it's like how you frame it, because there was literally just this. I could probably find it. There was a CBS reporter here on Long Island went out with the ICE agents, and she did a great job. She asked the guy, the head of the whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
And she was like, "Are you?" And she was like, "Are you targeting, violent criminals or innocent people?" And he's like,
"What do you think he's going to say?"
No,
no, we're talking everybody. We're going to bring. I saw a grandmother. She was delivering. She was putting mail in a fucking mailbox, and I said, "We got to take her out." What do you think he's going to say?
But if they arrested one innocent person for every 100 bad criminals, like,
I don't know what the number is, but it feels left and right.
It feels like that's the cost of it. Like, people fuck up. Like, what does anybody get right anymore? Like, things get fucked up all the time, and you hope that they get fixed and it gets settled and it gets whatever. But I don't know.
We've got law enforcement. We're trying to do things peacefully. The people are just trying to get to their fucking. I mean, it's the bullshit you see every day. It's enough. I mean, ICE is just, again, they're anonymous. They've got no uniform. They're just people just rolling up in vans, just grabbing people and disappearing them. That's not, and there's no due process. There's no court appearance. That's not how the country works. They're just grabbing people and sending them out. You have to have trials. You have to have due process. That's like the basis of our judicial system, due process. But a lot of these people don't get that, if any.
Yeah, things have changed, right? Things have changed a little.
Oh, well, okay. Well, things have changed. What are you going to do? Well, and laws aren't what they used to be. They're more like guidelines, suggestions, really.
Oh, it feels like that, though, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like that?
It does. Anybody out there who breaks the law, just say, hey, look, I'm running for president. You can't prosecute me. I'm going to put my name on the ballot, so I'm not. You can't put me in jail.
That's a good idea.
I mean, what the fuck? If he can get away with anything.
God, who is going to be the next? Oh my God, is it? It's really late. Holy shit. Okay.
See, we went on another rant. Ali Wong and Bill Hader split.
Did you even know they were dating?
I did. They were together for like what, a couple of years?
Like 2 years. I had no idea.
Mm.
Can I tell you something? She's way funnier than he is.
Bill Hader? I like Bill Hader. I think he's funny.
I like Bill Hader too. Ali Wong is funny as fuck. Like Ali Wong
from a lot. What is she?
I know. You know, she's one of those people where it's like if she's not, she's mainstream, but not really.
Yeah, I can't think of what I would know her in.
Yeah,
but Bill Hader, I like his stuff. He does really good impressions. But he was great on Saturday Night Live. A ton of really, really good impressions, and he's always funny. He did one of the the roasts with on Comedy Central, Jeff Ross, all those things.
Yeah.
So Bill, there was I think a roast. This one was of it was a while ago. It was like I think it was James Franco's roast, and Bill Hader comes out as Hollywood, like the personification of Hollywood, and he just it was friggin' hilarious. It was fucking the best one out of all the roast bits I've seen. That's in the top 5.
I didn't see that.
Bill Hader's roast, yeah, that one, and you could put Gilbert Gottfried is probably number 1. All of his bits in roasts
on the roasts.
Yeah. It's great. Stefan, yeah, hilarious.
As I say, Mercury Dale. Stefan, I think is that his crown jewel. I mean, that's when he does the fucking thing, and he can't stop laughing.
But Bill Hader's hysterical, and there was what's his name, Martin Short, when he was guest hosting Kimmel, I think maybe. Okay. And he was what's his name when he plays the
Primetime Glick.
Glick, yeah, Jiminy Glick. And he did 2 or 3 interviews, and one of them was Bill Hader. And it's on YouTube, and it's fucking hilarious. And it's not, Bill Hader's funny, but Martin Short, I laugh out loud through the entire thing. It's fucking hilarious.
Is Martin Short not one of the funniest? Like,
he's off the cuff funny too. That's he's sharp. He'll come out with something right off the top of his head, and that's what I love. That's the kind of humor, that just quick wit.
Do you feel like he doesn't get enough flowers? Like I feel like for as applauded as he is, he's still underrated.
Agreed. Yeah, he's comedy gold. I don't know how many awards he has, but it's not enough.
Yes, exactly. And he has gotten funnier the older he's got. Like, he's funnier today than he was 20 years ago.
I'm gonna send you the Bill Hader. It's like 5 minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes of him interviewing Bill Hader. Yeah, it's edited, whatever, but you could tell him. He's of course Bill Hader. I mean, he's laughing through the whole thing because it's one of those interviews where it's obviously what's going on. The other interview, it was the guy from Will and Grace, not Will, his friend.
Yeah, because he does the podcast now with those other 2 guys.
Yeah. I forget his name, but he's one of the other interviews in the Jiminy Glick interviews, and it's fucking hilarious too.
And the thing about Martin Short is we're losing that type of insult comedy. Like, everybody thought that died with Don Rickles. Don Rickles did it a different way. Martin Short does it the same. Like, a lot of his jokes are insults. Yeah. Like, you ever see him with Conan? Like, he just lambasts Conan. Like, and he's like a jabber too, because it's like a machine gun. He'll get like just 10 quick ones in before
Larry David is another one. Jimmy Glick and Larry David. It's hysterical.
Yeah. Sean Hayes. Thank you, Uncle B.
Very good.
Was that the one where he was like, I was supposed to interview a celebrity or something, and he was surprised that Sean Hayes was there or something like that?
Yes, that's right. Mercury, I'll put it in Discord as well.
Oh, thank God.
Jiminy Glick thing. I'll put it up there.
Speaking of which, Frankie C, as we exit here, I put in the in the members only area. I don't know if you saw the photograph that I put in there. I'll send you the post so you can see it. But Cuddles has a problem that I shared in the members only area.
Oh boy.
And I didn't know about this problem until I take a look. I sent you the post.
I didn't get anything.
I went looking. I was looking at.
What'd you send it to me on?
I sent it a text.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
I discovered that in my own home. I'm like, yeah, because you think there's one, and you're like, okay, one, and then you think, oh, there's a second one, and then look at that. That's a problem.
I mean,
that's a problem. Don't sugarcoat this because you like her. Like
I do love that. I love that thing.
That's too much of that, though. That
might be too much of that thing, but
I'm like, you have a problem. I'm like, stop doing this. I'm like, I literally sat her down and was like, let's talk about this.
You could at least combine.
I know. First of all, I didn't know that there were that many types of this thing.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Which is just crazy.
But hey, listen, everybody has collections. I get it.
She's got a problem. She's got a problem.
Snapple bottles are next to me right now. I mean, it's a problem for me. I get it. We all have our things.
You probably didn't see it, but our friend Liz shared a video of the Snapple. Did you see it?
The Snapple what?
Snapple released the. I'm not going to even tell you. We'll talk about it on Friday. We'll do it together on Friday. It'll be more fun if you witness it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Do it live.
All right. Do you want to say anything bad about the president before we go? Because I feel like I cut you off a few times. And
yeah, he's shit. Moving on. I think I've said enough about it.
I worry about you. I do. I'm starting to worry about you.
You don't need to. Don't worry about me.
You sure you're okay?
I'm fine.
I'm worried about Paul too. I got to be honest. I'm worried about a couple other people.
Get through this together, guys. We got to just keep our heads, and we'll get through it. Don't worry.
That's as weird as it's getting. And listen, the Venezuela thing is still so. I feel like
cool, everyone.
Yeah, as weird and as bad as it's getting, it's still okay. Like it's gonna be okay.
It's okay for but it's okay for us, but it's not okay for lots of people.
No, I'm gonna be just fine. But no, I think it's going to be okay. I'm worried about Venezuela and all the things too.
Yeah, but I haven't put it in Discord yet. I'll do it when the show ends.
He's getting mad. It's not. Get on it, Frank. What are you doing?
When the show ends, I'll do it when the show ends.
Well, the show ends.
Show me potato salad.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.